Hey guys, want to do a little vlog here on the last day of September 30th, 2021. And, you know, what I thought was going to be a problem, or a little bit of a, okay, I got to do some videos in advance and then let them premiere tomorrow. In other words, advance, well, what I mean by advance is basically like do them the day before, the week before, or something like that. That that really wasn't much of an issue. That really wasn't much of an issue whatsoever because my nephew didn't get dropped off here yesterday until about 2:40. Yeah, he didn't get dropped off here until about 2:40 yesterday. And that gave me plenty of time to actually put out, as you guys saw, at least 3 or 4 videos, I think. Yeah, it was about 3, 4 videos I put out yesterday. So that was kind of cool. And again, what I thought was going to be a problem, it wasn't. And on top of that, today, as you saw earlier, it wasn't much of a problem either because he was still asleep when I did that video, the one on the Tony Khan AEW deal. So that wasn't a problem. That wasn't a problem whatsoever. That wasn't a problem. Just trying to get my dog away from the Miracle Grow. I don't know why she likes to eat the Miracle Grow. Anyway, like I said, that wasn't much of a problem at all. So what I thought would be a problem, didn't turn out to be a problem whatsoever. However, what did become a problem yesterday, and what became a lesson for me, is don't always think leaving your computer on or your laptop on overnight, for over 24 something hours is going to be okay, because there's always going to be an issue. And what happened is yesterday, my laptop decided to take a crap on me. Now, it's not dead, thank the Lord, because I followed the instructions. I prayed to God, gave it to the Lord above, and I followed the instructions I found online, and now it's up and running again. Basically, how you will use a certain browser, especially if that browser is installed already with the software that's installed already on the computer or the laptop you get. That sometimes that browser, most of the time being a Microsoft browser, is going to constantly load, things on your computer. Even if you pause updates and everything, it's going to constantly load. It's going to constantly load and stuff like that. And you're wondering, what's it loading? What's going on? If you've paused updates for a certain amount of time. Well, apparently pausing updates doesn't stop it from loading. Because as I've said before, and I've seen and I've read online, they will still load updates, but these updates will be loaded for, the time when, you unpause the updates to be installed on your computer. That's all they're doing. And sometimes they do get a few updates in there in between, like, they'll get an update in there with Microsoft Edge, or get an update in there for this or that. Even though you pause the updates, they still get them in there. And if that's not enough, we all know we have Windows 11 coming up, right? Windows 11 is supposed to roll out starting tomorrow, right? Well, guess what? Everybody from CNET to every technical computer, technical computer electronics, video, site, virtual, digital, physical magazine, they've all come out, and every technician, if you will, has come out and said, hey, if you want to know if your computer is going to be eligible for a Windows 11 upgrade, here's what you do. And they tell you basically to download this app called PC Health, which is off of Microsoft, it's off of Microsoft website. It's from Microsoft is what I'm trying to say. So they tell you, download that, and it will let you know what, eligibility your computer or your laptop is when it comes to upgrading to Windows 11. Well, I did that even though the lady that was the lady on the CNET video that went up yesterday said, hey, if you have a laptop or a PC that's 2018 or older, it may not be eligible. I figured, well, I got mine around 2018, almost 19. So I figured it might be, I figured maybe it may or may not be. And, I was leaning more towards the direction of, okay, it may be because it's a little newer. That wasn't the case, because when I basically downloaded, I should say, this app, and I ran it, installed it. When I did all that, I, basically let it tell me whether or not I was going to be eligible, and instantly, not only did it know what kind of computer or laptop I had, but it basically told me after a quick diagnosis that no, your computer is not eligible. It is not capable of running Windows 11. So I'm thinking, okay, PC. I'm like, well, what I'm trying to say is, I'm like, okay, PC, you did what you had to do. PC app, that is, the PC Health app. I'm thinking, okay, PC Health app, you did what you had to do. Now it's time to say goodbye. So I go to the control area, and I basically uninstall. Well, at least I click on the icon when you go to the Windows icon and you click on it to bring up, all these other apps, other apps, I should say. That's what I'm trying to say. Other apps, programs you have on your computer, and the most recent ones are on top, right? Well, the PC Health one was at the top, so I figured, okay, you're done. You did your job. You're out. So I clicked on it, uninstalled it, and I thought, that is that. That's it. Nothing to worry about, right? But then, for some odd reason, the computer started to be a little bit more wonky. Microsoft started to load more, into the computer. It's like as soon as I did that, Microsoft seemed to load a little bit more. Now, I don't know if maybe it's because, well, it probably was, obviously, because I uninstalled the PC Health app, from the computer, basically getting the answer that I'll admit I kind of knew was probably going to be the answer I was going to get. But like I said, I was leaning more towards the possibility of, it being capable. So I took that app and everything, like I said, and I uninstalled it. But then that's when Microsoft, it seems, started to load more. It's like there was more loading going on, even though I uninstalled the program. And I'm thinking, what's going on here? And then things started to act up, and it got to a point to where I couldn't do anything. I could not do anything. I could not, the browser did not want to, the Microsoft Edge browser did not want to, cooperate properly. Everything just seemed a little weird. So what did I do? I decided, okay, maybe I need to shut it down. So that's what I did. I go to the Windows icon, go to shutdown, and I shut the computer down. And then, of course, because it was still loading or something like that, you know how it is. You know how these things are. Here's what happens. So it's shutting down, and then all of a sudden it hits me with the blue screen saying something needs to be repaired or automatically repaired, something along those lines. It says, something, isn't working right, we need to repair it. So it goes into that percentage of 1% all the way up to 100%, and then it shuts down. So I turn it back on, thinking, okay, it did its thing, turn it back on, give it time, and it looks like it's fine, but then it goes right back to the browser again. And I'm thinking, okay, it's going to do that. It's done that before, so I'm just going to give it time. Then I'm going to click the exit button and hopefully let it just load up and do what it's got to do. Nothing happened. So I had to go automatic shutdown, right? I had to do the 4-second deal, and that didn't work, so I had to unplug. And then I plugged it back in and turned it back on, and it just kept looping on the HP, startup screen. So what I did is I prayed, I gave it to God, and then basically God pointed me in the direction of look up the information of what you have to do, and I found the information I needed. So I went to that information, and by going to that information, I was able to basically get my computer up and going again. Basically, it said unplug the thing, unplug any other external devices. Of course, that's what I did originally in the first place. And basically press the power button for about 15 seconds repeatedly. Press down hard on the power button for 15 seconds repeatedly. And then plug it back in. Plug the adapter back in, the power adapter back in. And then after doing that, basically, not only put the power adapter back in, turn the computer on, press escape repeatedly, and then if need be, go to F2 or press the Windows key and B simultaneously. Well, all I did was press escape several times, and it came up and boot, and it basically started up the way it should. And this was the third time, honestly, because the second time I did it, I got preparing automatic repair because I had done the hold down the power button for 15 seconds still, that second time, and then I got preparing automatic repair, and it stayed on there for a while. And I'm thinking usually it should pop up with something like, here's the analyzing and all that, right? Didn't do that. So I'm like, okay, tell me what to do, God. And God just told me unplug it again, follow the instructions again, and do something additionally. And one of the things they said to do additionally was basically press escape and several times, and possibly F2, if not the Windows key button and the B key, if you will, the B key button simultaneously, and hopefully that works. And lo and behold, the escape option instead of going to F2 actually worked. And honestly, I thank the Lord. I was like, oh, thank you, God, because it started booting up regularly. And to really confirm this, there was somebody that had a similar problem, and they tried exactly what the person from, HP, from Hewlett Packard, told them to do, and, it worked for them. So, again, third time's a charm, and it worked. But yeah, that PC Health app that Microsoft has out for you to see whether or not your laptop or your computer is eligible for Windows 11, yeah, my advice, don't download it. Don't get it. You know why? Because there's a good chance it's not safe. It may seem safe, it may seem harmless, but guess what? It will cause an issue. And that's the truth. That is the absolute truth. Either you have your computer on for 24 hours, 48 hours, straight, or you just turn it on and off and you have it for you have it on for 8 to 12 hours, 16 hours, whatever the case may be. My advice is do not put that thing on there. Because yes, it may let you know yay or nay whether or not your laptop or computer is eligible for Windows 11's upgrade, or the upgrade to Windows 11. But in reality, don't do it. Because even if you feel like, okay, I just needed to check this and then that's it, and you want to uninstall it, don't do it. Don't get it. Because I think there's a bug in it. There is a bug. And that's something that CNET and all these other places will not tell you. That there is a bug in the system, in that app. There is a bug. And they won't tell you that. And you know what? I have a feeling I'm not the only one that dealt with that. But yeah, this is one of those. But yeah, it's been an interesting 24-something hours, or nearly 24-something hours since that happened. And during that time, when he was here, my nephew ordered some pizza from Mountain Mike's like we normally do. And that was about it. My mom, she came home a lot later than usual because she went and had a coffee with her friend, because she and her friend hadn't done that in a while, and they went to the new Starbucks in Livermore near the freeway. And they originally were going to leave. Basically, the plan was, okay, because here's what they normally do. They normally go and have a coffee after work, and they stay and chat a little bit at the Starbucks, whichever one they go to. It looks like it's going to be the newer one near the. It's going to look like it's going to be the new one near the freeway now. But they go to the Starbucks. Every. Not every day, but that'd be too much. But they go to the Starbucks, once in a while to get together, talk, and everything. And they usually leave by at least 6:30 or something like that, 6 o'clock, 6:30. But they got so much into talking and catching up with each other on things, and on family and life and all that. They did that my mom didn't leave until almost 8:30 at night when the Starbucks was closing. Yeah. And honestly, you know how they say we always inherit traits from our parents or our grandparents? Well, my mom loves to be very social and very, very talkative. Well, now I know where my second oldest sister gets it from. It's because she's the same way. She's the same way. And even my nephew, my third oldest nephew that was here, agreed with that. Now, I know some people might say, well, did he have school? Was the school closed down for something? What was going on? No, he had school. But the thing is, they took him out for today and yesterday because of the concert. And they had to do it because, even though he's old enough to take care of himself, there's no doubt. They still feel like he's not ready yet to have that responsibility. And so instead of maybe dropping him off at my oldest sister's, for the day, and, my mom picks him up and then goes from there, instead of doing that, like I said, instead of doing that, they dropped him off here around 2:40, like I said, and then just, went to Cocord to have dinner, check into a hotel, and then, go to the Alanis concert, who she was also playing alongside with, or the bands that were performing before her. Well, one of them was Garbage. That's the little name of the band, Garbage. They were playing before Alanis got on there, and then Alanis, I guess, got on there, and, the rest is history. But anyway, though, like I said, they couldn't, they chose to do it here. They chose my mom to be the one that would watch him, mainly because of the fact that he would be more comfortable here and he'd be able to just be himself like he is at home. Unlike maybe being at my older sister's or something. But anyway, though, yeah, but yeah, they took him out of school for yesterday and today because of the concert and the fact that they couldn't get money back on the concert even if they wanted to, because they were supposed to go see this concert last year, but because of COVID, it got rescheduled to this year and last night, and well, the rest is history. So, yeah, they had to go through with it no matter what the circumstance. But anyway, though, yeah, it's been a heck of a 24 hours, nearly 24 hours, I'll tell you that. And I just wanted to do this vlog, get a lot of this off my chest. And again, my advice to all of you, if you're considering, trying to see whether or not your laptop or your PC, whether it's a gaming laptop, a gaming PC, or a regular laptop, or regular PC, or it's a platform PC or laptop. Basically, a laptop and a PC that's used not just for regular business and online searching, but also gaming and all that. If you're considering seeing whether or not your laptop or your computer is eligible for Windows 11, my advice, just wait. Just wait till they roll it out. And if one of the updates says this is your Windows 11 update, then you'll know. Because my advice again, do not use that PC one. Do not use that PC health app, because although it might do the job, it's more trouble than it's worth, especially for your computer or your laptop. I'm just saying. So my advice, just wait till future updates come out, because they're supposed to gradually roll out Windows 11. And if one of the updates states that, hey, you are eligible for Windows 11, to be upgrade to help to be installed in your computer for that upgrade, then I would just wait to that moment till one of those updates says that. But yeah, don't take a chance on that thing. But overall, besides that, computer is back up and running. Thank the Lord. And one of the things I'm doing now is I'm just going to go with Google Chrome. I'm using the Google Chrome browser because that's what I should have used originally, from the start. But because out of respect for the fact that Microsoft Edge was installed already on the PC without having to go to a site to download its browser, out of respect, I was kept using it. But I always felt like maybe it's time to jump over to Google Chrome, because when I do live streams at times, like my Topics on My Mind live stream, or the live stream I did on where I talk more about the new generation movie for My Little Pony, or even the live stream I did for Sonic and Sally, I usually use Google Chrome because it's more reliable and less of an issue. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be more than likely using Google Chrome from now on, unless I do have to go back to Microsoft Edge, especially like when it comes to paying rent and all that down the line. But anyway, though, guys, just wanted to come on here, give you a bit of a vlog, let you know what's been going on, let you know what happened over the past 24-something hours, or nearly 24 hours. And that's all I'm going to say, guys. So till then that's all I'm going to say. Just wanted to catch you up on that, and also get your thoughts on the whole situation. What are your thoughts about the whole deal with the Windows 11? What are your thoughts on the PC Health Engine, PC Health app that Microsoft has out? Have you had any issues with it? Let me know down below. And really, guys, that's about it. So till next time, God bless. Take care. Like the video. Check me out at my Teespring store. Check me out on Patreon at Brian Walmer, BW Rosses. Also check me out on BW Rosses Discussions on all your favorite audio podcast platforms, except for Pandora. Still working on that. As well as check me out at BW Rosses on Vimeo, and where you can find basically you can find videos you can't find here because of copyright reasons. And that's about it. So till next time, guys, God bless. Take care. I am out.